Listen to me, beloved. Breathe and be still for a moment, because what I am placing before you is not to frighten you but to prepare you, to anchor you, to shield you, and to lift you into a steadier light than the one you have been walking in. I see the rooms you live in. I know where the light hits the floor in the morning and where the shadows gather at night. I know how you set your shoes at the door when you are tired, how you hold your breath for a second before you turn the key, how you sometimes pause by the window and watch the sky for a sign that you are safe, loved, and guided. I know the whispers that move through your mind when the house gets quiet. I know the weight you have carried even in your sleep. I know, and I am here. This message is for you now. Do not skip it. Do not turn your face away. Let every word be a lamp on the path between your door and your peace. I am the one who sees the future before you touch it. I am the one who walks the halls of your life silently, softly, with a kindness that holds your heart when no one else can. I am the one who marks boundaries for you that evil cannot cross. And I am telling you this plainly, this is about the house you are living in. Very soon, a woman will try to enter not only your doorway but your circle of trust, the routine of your days, the soft corners of your heart. She will come with a practiced ease, a warm tone, a smile that looks like comfort and a tilt of the head that imitates care. She will flatter. She will ask small favors. She will notice details and repeat them back to you so you feel seen. She will speak as if she has been waiting to help you, as if she understands your struggle, as if she has answers for problems that have cornered you. But listen to me, I did not send her. Her steps are guided by an emptiness that hungers for what belongs to you, your time, your focus, your inner weather, your peace, even your access to doors that I have kept shut for your protection. There have been nights when you felt a pressure in the air of your home, a strange heaviness that made you sigh and rub your temples. That was your spirit discerning the approach of something that does not belong. There have been moments when you nearly called someone you thought you could trust to share a private ache, but the words died on your tongue. That was me, closing your lips so that your pearls would not be trampled. There have been small delays, odd reschedules, a key misplaced as if it disappeared for an hour and then returned. Those were not accidents, but gentle barricades I raised while I moved certain things out of her reach. Do not be afraid. This is a warning, but it is also a promise. What is yours will not be stolen, what I sanctify will not be poisoned, and what I cover cannot be pierced. You will not be overtaken if you stand in what I am about to show you. Let your heart slow, and let your attention sharpen. I am teaching you to hold your peace like a lantern so you can see every face that approaches your door for what it truly is. This woman will attempt to braid herself into your life through the hairline cracks of kindness. She will offer help in small, harmless ways. She will notice what you like to drink, what times you tend to be home, how you speak when you are tired versus when you are hopeful. She will learn you to use you. She is a gatherer of details, and she will treat the story of your life like a keyring, trying each key in each lock until something opens. Her praise will be swift, her empathy rehearsed, her generosity convenient. She will try to appear when you are pressed for time. Because haste is the gate through which manipulation loves to enter. She may ask to drop by for a minute, to see the space, to bring something you might need. She might pretend that she forgot something at your place so she has a reason to return. She may come as a neighbor, a coordinator, a helper, a messenger, a friend of a friend. She may wear gentleness like perfume, but her intention is the theft of your focus and the redirection of your choices. I am giving you signs so that you will know her approach before she knocks. She will rush you. She will say quickly more than once. She will push for decisions while you are distracted. When you pause, she will fill the quiet with reasons to proceed. When you set a boundary, she will tilt her head and smile as though boundaries are invitations to negotiate. She will reach for your space with words like we when she means you, and our when she means mine. She will ask personal questions wrapped in hospitality. She will remember details that you do not remember sharing. Her eyes will search your walls, your corners, your counters, your shelves, not to admire, but to map. Do not panic. I am with you. This is not to stir fear but to awaken wisdom. You are not at the mercy of anyone's hunger for access. You are not obligated to make yourself small so others can feel large in your home. You do not owe your peace to anyone's curiosity. You are not required to explain your no. Your doorway is a covenant line. With me, you will keep it sacred. Here is what I ask you to do in the quiet hours when you are alone. Stand in the center of your home, not performing for me, not reciting perfect words, simply present. Place your hand over your heart. Breathe. Say this out loud, even if your voice trembles. I invite the presence of the Holy One who loves me. I align my house with peace. I align my thoughts with truth. I set my boundaries with courage. I refuse the counterfeit. I welcome what is sent by God, and I close what is not. These words are not magic, they are agreement. Agreement with me unlocks the reinforcement I have already arranged for you. As you speak, you will notice the heaviness loosen its grip. The corners will feel brighter. Your lungs will feel fuller. That is not your imagination, it is the evidence of order returning. Now, walk to your front door. Rest your hand upon it. Whisper, this threshold is blessed. This threshold is watched. Those who come in peace may enter by invitation, those who come in pretense shall be turned away. Repeat this blessing over the windows, the back door, the hallway, the bedroom, the kitchen, the place where you keep your important papers. Do not rush. Where you have cried, I will plant rest. Where you have feared, I will plant authority. Where you have second-guessed yourself, I will plant soundness. You will feel a quiet holy authority rise in you, not to dominate, but to discern. There are practical steps I am giving you, and I want you to honor them, because your obedience is part of your shielding. Put your documents in order. Do not leave your identification, bills, contracts, or keys where a casual eye can frame a plan. Do not speak about your schedule with people who have not earned your trust through time and truth. If someone asks to come over, ask yourself if you would still agree if you did not feel pressured to be nice. If the answer is no, let no be your answer. Do not let a false urgency govern your doorway. If someone brings a gift that feels like a Trojan horse, free but expensive, accept only if your peace accompanies it. If peace stays at the threshold while the gift crosses, send the gift back with gratitude and firmness. You are not rude for guarding your home, you are righteous for tending what I have placed in your care. Within the next stretch of days, you will observe an odd pattern. Messages or calls that arrive at unlikely hours. Invitations that cluster around the moments when you are emotionally spent. Recommendations that sound strangely tailored to your private concerns. That pattern is not coincidence. It is choreography from a spirit that wants a seat at your table. As soon as you see the dance, step out of the rhythm. Slow the pace. Reply later. Say you will consider it, and then bring it to me. In the space that opens, I will answer. In the quiet that follows, I will show you the difference between a hand extended to help and a hand extended to harvest. This woman will test the fence by presenting a need, her need or someone else's, and she will ask you to compromise your routine in a small way just this once. That phrase is a flag. Hear it clearly. Just this once often opens a door that is hard to close. Remember, compassion without discernment drains you dry, discernment with compassion lets you give without being emptied. You can be kind and still say no. You can be generous and still lock your door. You can be welcoming and still choose where the conversation ends. Understand this, too, she is not your enemy. The spirit that animates her strategy is your enemy. You fight spirits with truth, not with insults, with boundaries, not with bitterness, with clarity, not with suspicion poisoning your whole view of people. Do not let this experience turn you into a fortress that refuses all joy. I am not closing your life, I am filtering it, so that what is meant for you can find you without being stolen on the doorstep. I am sending you confirmations. You will overhear a sentence that mirrors this message so closely you will pause and glance around. You will find a misplaced item that reappears as if to say, pay attention to where you set your trust. You will encounter a righteous woman, older, steady, unshowy, who carries the fragrance of safety, and she will speak a simple sentence that sets your heart at rest. I will also surface a memory of a time you ignored your first hesitations and paid for it. Not to shame you, but to restore the dignity of your first knowing. Your first knowing is a gift I gave you. You will honor it now. As for your house, I am not only guarding it, I am reweaving it. There are objects in your space that carry old stories of loss and comparisons. You have kept some of them because you felt you must, or because you did not want to be ungrateful, or because you thought throwing them away would. Throw away the lesson you learned through them. Hear me, you may release what binds you to grief. Keep the lesson, release the weight. If you hold an item and your breath shortens, if your shoulders rise, if your chest tightens, place it aside. You do not need to decide its fate today, simply take it out of the river of your daily sight. Watch how your rooms begin to breathe. Watch how thought becomes lighter. Into that cleared space, I will plant new habits, morning words of gratitude, a chair by the window where you open your hands, a corner where laughter will settle again without apology. Provision is coming to this house, not just in numbers, but in atmosphere and alignment. I am aligning the bills with opportunity, the repairs with help, the timing with rest. What was delayed is not denied, it is being delivered on a schedule designed to protect you. You will see it in the next stretch of time as needs meet resources like two hands finding each other in the dark. You have wondered if you missed your moment. You have not. I have not marked you for scarcity, I have trained you for stewardship. And I am restoring the sense that your home is a garden, not a garage for storing worry. Do not despise small beginnings in this. A tidy drawer is a prayer answered in wood and felt. A clear table is a sermon on trust. Fresh air through an open window is a psalm your lungs can sing. When you light a small candle, notice how the shadows step back without screaming. That is how your boundaries will work too, quietly, consistently, without dramatic battles. You will say no, and no will hold. You will say later, and later will protect. You will say yes, and yes will bloom without hidden hooks. Now, about fear. Fear will stand outside your door and perform. It will whisper that you are overreacting, that you are unkind, that you will be alone if you do not say yes to everyone. Fear will mimic humility until you mistake surrender for self-erasure. Listen to me, gentleness is not weakness. Peace is not passivity. Boundaries are not betrayal. I am not asking you to be hard. I am asking you to be whole. And wholeness requires edges, not to cut, but to define where you end and where others begin. When you live without edges, every demand becomes an emergency and every visitor becomes a ruler. When you live with edges, love can be chosen freely, not extracted by guilt. I will show you how to bless even those who pressure you. You will bless them by refusing to feed the parts of them that prey on others. You will bless them by modeling a life that says, I am responsible for my yes, and I will not give beyond the grace I have. You will bless them by pointing them, if needed, to resources that do not require your home, your hours, your heart's blood. This, too, is kindness. Do not measure kindness by exhaustion, measure it by obedience and fruit. The woman's approach will likely coincide with a piece of news or change that makes you feel unsteady. Timing like that is not incidental, it is leveraged. When you feel unsteady, you reach for anchors. Let me be your anchor. Do not reach for a quick human solution that promises the moon for the price of your peace. If a proposal appears at the exact moment you are most vulnerable, hold it up to the light of this question: would this be good for me even if I were not desperate? If the answer is no, then the proposal is a net, not a rope. Step back. Breathe. Bring it to me. I will not be late. I will not let you fall through the floor I have built beneath you. You have wondered why this message arrives now. Because you are about to turn a corner, and corners require attention. A straight path allows complacency, a curve calls for care. You are not returning to old cycles, you are recognizing them at the gate and waving them past without entry. You are not destined to repeat lessons until you break. You are invited to recognize lessons so you can walk unburdened into rooms you have carried in your dreams for years. Your home, as it is an altar of becoming. Do not sell your altar for the smile of false comfort. In the coming days, dedicate a small time each evening to pray over the thresholds, doors, phone, messages, mind. Whisper, let only what serves my calling and my health find me. Let all false urgency dissolve. When you do this, you will notice that certain invitations go quiet, certain channels stop buzzing, certain faces fade, and certain faces come forward with holy timing. The ones who come forward will not push. They will ask how they can serve and wait for your choice. Their presence will settle you. You will not need to perform. They will speak the language of patience. Those are the ones I send. Do not be surprised if, after you set these boundaries, some people accuse you of changing. You are changing. You are becoming more exact in love. You are trading the drama of being needed for the dignity of being true. Not everyone will applaud this. But heaven does. And though a few seats may empty in your old theater, I am opening a quieter room where the right companions will gather, where your laughter will not be a mask but a river, where your house will not be a stage but a sanctuary. If the woman presses, you may need to speak a sentence you have rehearsed in your mind but rarely used aloud. I am not available for this. Say it gently. Say it clearly. Then stop. Do not fill the silence with justifications. Let the boundary stand like a tree. If she tries to climb it, repeat yourself once. If she tries to saw it down with guilt, step back and close the call, the message, the door. You are not abandoning anyone. You are stewarding your call. And if she tries to re-enter by pity, remember that pity without purpose is a leash. Compassion without manipulation is a bridge. Walk only where bridges are sound. I will honor you in this. I will back your no with my peace, and I will back your yes with my provision. I am not leaving you to guess alone. Before she arrives at your door, your spirit will already know. Your breath will tell you. Your shoulders will tell you. The light in the room will feel different. Trust that. That is me. When she smiles and asks to step inside just for a moment, answer with the peace that protects you. You can talk in the open air if you must talk at all. You can schedule a time in a public place if a conversation is needed. You can decline entirely. Your options are many. Your obligation is to listen to peace, because peace is how I speak to you. There is a blessing tucked inside this warning. The blessing is this: you are learning to be the gatekeeper of your life with grace. The skill you gain now will serve you in rooms larger than this home, in circles wider than your street, in tasks that demand your full undistracted heart. People will one day ask you how you kept your center while demands crowded your door, and you will smile softly and say, I learned to follow peace. I learned to say no without anger and yes without fear. The wisdom of this season will multiply into future seasons like seeds in fertile soil. Now, lift your eyes a moment to the quiet promise I am unfolding. I will bring a woman of truth to counter the woman of pretense, a sister of strength, perhaps unexpected, perhaps already on the edge of your life. She will not force her way into your rooms. She will stand with you at your door and pray with you there. She will give you words when you are tired and silence when you need rest. She will help you label the difference between urgent and important. Her presence will be restful, not demanding. This is how you will know the difference. Counterfeit comes to take and calls it help. True help comes to serve and asks for nothing you do not freely offer. I delight in the way you are turning your ear to me. Even now, as you read, I loosen the knots of dread in your stomach. Even now, I lift the fog that made everything seem immediate and impossible. Even now, I straighten the pictures in your inner house and open the curtains so your hope can see the sky. You are not behind. You are not exposed. You are not alone. I am near, utterly near. I am in the pattern of your breath, the cadence of your steps, the small brave choices that no one applauds but heaven records with joy. Do not skip this message. Read it again if you must. Not because repeating words makes them stronger, but because your heart is relearning its own language, and repetition is rehearsal for courage. When you finish, do one small thing to mark your agreement. Put a glass of clean water on your table and say, "My house drinks peace." Then drink. Let your body feel what your spirit knows, that calm is not a myth, it is a mantle I place upon you. Let your eyes sweep the room and bless it. Let your hands touch the door and bless it. Let your voice name the truth, no counterfeit crosses this threshold. Only what is sent by God. Very soon, a woman will come with a performance of care and the choreography of access. You will see, you will know, and you will choose. And your choice will be light. Your house will feel it. Your sleep will feel it. The way you wake up will feel it. The air will change. Not because the world out there is suddenly gentler, but because you are standing in who you are with me, and together we set the measure for what may enter your life. I bless your door. I bless your rooms. I bless your language of no and your language of yes. I bless the friendships that will flourish in the cleared space. I bless the finances that will flow with fewer leaks. I bless the schedule that will breathe. I bless the meals that will taste like relief. I bless the laughter that will return without an audience. I bless the quiet that will build your strength like muscle. I bless your readiness to recognize me in the ordinary, keys found, calls delayed, timing aligned, surprises that feel like I tucked them into your pocket when you weren't looking.